Thank you, Rav. We learn, it's quite clear, that we build a spiritual kli in the 10. In the next step, what do I build in the relations between tens, in work teams, every time I meet friends? What do I build there?
You first build work relations, not heartfelt, emotional connections, but first work connections, because it's for sure that we have to do those things. Just like we're in this work, where I go out of my home, I go to work, to study, to get to know people, to buy something, to sell something, to do something. All kinds of actions, interactions that are not emotional, but rather they're interactionary actions, connections. What they need from me, what I need from them, in order for us to serve one another in some way. In some kind of participation on our behalf. And from this participation that we will do with the external audiences, the external people that we're going to go to advertise to them the method of correction, of connection. We're no longer calling it other than the system of connection, which is the remedy, the medicine for all the problems man has, and of the society and of the world. That's the only thing we talk about. That's the only thing that we're drawn to. They need to understand that we are an organization that is only drawn towards that. Because the whole wisdom of Kabbalah and religion that we will begin to disclose will only reject them until they understand what stands behind these words. And then we advance that way. Meaning, just explain that the connection of the world is our salvation. That is the salvation. Specifically by us revealing day after day how our world and all the efforts of people don't help humanity altogether to even sustain itself from not falling. We will soon discover great hunger and great lacks in human societies, between countries, within countries. So this is what we need to explain.
Another small thing, with your permission, what kind of incorporation with the external audience we should have in order to correctly incorporate in the 10?
Only a subject matter connection, where they will understand you. You need to be sensitive to who they are and what they are. It could be that you will succeed with certain audiences and your friend will succeed with other audiences. And this very much depends on the qualities that you have in order to adapt yourself to certain audiences. And that's it. But all in all, you're starting with corporeal matters that you're talking about, and what is good for people, because they're expecting some kind of remedy, some healing, some medicine for their problem. And your medicine is connection between people. And this is something that you'll need to incorporate with before you come to them, to make such connections. Right. Send to us. Send Dudi. Who should he send it to?
Yeah, they can send it to me in Hebrew or to any language coordinator.
Yes, so, right, what you intend to explain in a short form to the audiences that you're about to go out to. So it will be as a certain kind of a script of what you're keeping. Then you develop it. But that's what needs to be altogether. Do you understand? Every person who goes to disseminate needs to hold in his hand these notes, this cliff notes of how he's going to talk, his plan of how he's going to talk to the people, the audience he's talking to, where the main thing that people want to hear there, and how he, through what they want to hear, he brings them to his knowledge, to the state he wants them to receive. And this all needs to be as a plan of this conversation that he's building.
Sorry, they are updating me that anyone who wants to write to disseminate, who has any questions about dissemination, is welcome to turn to Board World Kli, the Gmail address you see here. They'll give you answers. You can turn in any language to our organization.
Wonderful.
Rob, can I also ask a question?
Yes.
What happens if you have a 10 of students, a group that you're organizing? So I have my 10 and I have a group that I'm teaching. I take care of them, like Kabbalah. I teach them about different topics, about the connections between us. How should I relate to them? Also, I also work with them and my heart is there too. So how do I split myself in two?
You don't split yourself into two. You are there as a teacher, as an instructor towards them, and in your group, you're as a friend. One has nothing to do with the other.